Hello and good evening. I'm Jim Sheehan, Chief Financial Officer of Hormel Foods. I am at our global headquarters located in Austin, Minnesota. The partnership between Hormel Foods and Make-A-Wish Minnesota spans more than 25 years, and we are so pleased to continue our support at tonight's celebration. Not only are my wife, Jeannie, and I active with Make-A-Wish, Hormel Foods has hundreds of team members who also volunteer and work hard to help grant the wishes of some pretty incredible kids. We are so proud of our great state of Minnesota and the amazing resources and institutions that strengthen our communities. We have the Twins, the Vikings, amazing healthcare systems, and great restaurants and entertainment venues that we will all enjoy again soon. And best of all, we have one of the best Make-A-Wish teams in the world, focused on bringing hope, strength, and joy to children and families that need it most. Recently, Hormel Foods had the opportunity to grant a wish during the height of the pandemic. Kaylie loves to bake, and being a global branded food company, let's just say we had some connections to make her wish a bit more special.
Kaylie is a kid that is full of personality. She has a heart that is for others, always has been ever since she was little. I think the hardest part is just watching her struggle and know that there's just basically nothing you can do. It is not something I wish for any child to have to deal with. It's horrible. I had a friend in the community whose son had received a Make-A-Wish a few years ago. And she always just kind of encouraged me to sign Kaylie up. She's like, she'll qualify, she'll qualify. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Her wish specifically was basically to set up a kitchen for her.
Baking makes me feel happy. I've always loved it.
I kind of asked her why, and she said, it's just something I can do to make other people happy and to say thank you for all the things that they've done. And she goes, I really think that one day I could be an awesome baker and have my own bakery. She had no idea her wish day was happening. She came outside and was completely surprised and speechless, actually. She had this list of things, and she got her baking station. She wished for a KitchenAid stand mixer, sprinkles and frostings and cupcake liners, every single one of the things on the list, and then so much more than we ever thought of. Make-A-Wish granted to her.
All right, those are good. These are good.
He was incredible for her to spend some time with.
Let's skip the baking part and just eat a bowl of cookie dough.
Very generous guy with his time and his ideas, for sure.
This was super fun. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you. This was amazing.
Make-A-Wish has made me so happy. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything.
Looks good.
It has definitely changed her life. You guys have given her joy, given her hope, given her purpose. And that is something that every parent wants for their kid. And she's going to do amazing things.
Thank you, Jim, for everything you and your team do, and what a charming young woman Kaylie is. Did you catch that in addition to baking for people, Kaylie also loves to spoil our four-legged friends? Just an amazing young lady. A heartwarming story about the power of hope, because that's why we're here tonight. I'm Lauren Leamanczyk from Care 11. I am thrilled to be here emceeing my second Wish Ball. Welcome to all of you. We are so excited that you have decided to join us tonight because wishes need stars like you. Tonight, we're going to hear more stories of the impact that wishes have on the lives of local children and families. We'll show you some amazing auction items, and we will celebrate together. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Make-A-Wish Minnesota President and CEO, Maya Brose-Hoberg.
For the introduction and for emceeing for us again. And thanks to all of you who help us make wishes come true. As the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Minnesota, I feel so fortunate to play a role in granting wishes to children with critical illnesses in our state. I've seen the impact of a wish firsthand. It is so powerful to enter the life of a wish child and their family at their lowest point and lift them with the hope of a wish. You make those life-changing wishes possible. This event could not have happened without the support of our Make-A-Wish family. I want to give a huge thank you to Wish Ball 2021 Chair, General Counsel of Allianz Life, Gretchen Cepek. Next, I would like to recognize our other generous sponsors that made tonight a reality. Our premier sponsor, Hormel Foods. Our community sponsor, Shakopee, Mendewakan and Sioux Community. Our diamond sponsor, Marsden Holding. Our star sponsors, US Bank, Allianz Life, Excel Energy and Ecolab. And our superhero sponsors, Bob and Celeste Ricada and Twin City Orthopedics. Thank you to all of our sponsors for continuing to support our largest fundraiser. I want to thank the organizations that support our Minnesota community as well. They helped us immensely with tonight's event. A special thank you to United Health Group for producing the videos you see tonight, and Showcore, Soderberg's Floral and Gift, Flatabo Advancement, and B Events for their continued support of our Wish Ball Gala. I would also like to thank our travel partner, Sun Country Airlines, for their immense help in making wishes come true. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to recognize the Make-A-Wish Minnesota Board of Directors, our great staff, and our volunteers. I'd especially like to thank this year's board chair, Kristen Kowalski. Her leadership during these unusual times is invaluable. Now, each of these groups are comprised of dedicated and creative people with a singular vision to grant the wish of every eligible child in Minnesota. Thank you so much for all you do every day to make wishes come true. Each of you watching tonight plays a vital role in supporting our mission. I don't just lead Make-A-Wish, I'm also a wish granter. I have participated in the wish process from start to finish, and I know these wishes can transform lives. When a child receives a wish, we watch the hope, the strength, and the joy from the experience spread from the child to their family, and oftentimes throughout their entire community. In fact, through your participation tonight, you become an extension of that joy, helping us spread the power of a wish even further. Through your thoughtfulness, your participation, and your generous support, you are an essential force that drives our mission forward. This year, we will celebrate the granting of our 6,000th wish. Now, while that's a huge milestone, there's so much more to be done. We have over 400 wish kids that are waiting for their wish to come true. So I ask each of you watching here tonight, what role will you play in granting these wishes? The wishes that are waiting now and those to come in the future. Thank you again for being here tonight. And while there is serious work to be done, there is also time to have fun. So I encourage you to bid on our amazing auction items and donate through the donation button that looks like a present right here on this page. We are so excited to celebrate with you, and we appreciate your generous support.
Thank you, Maya, and thank you to all of you for being with us tonight. Now we should hear from another one of our Wish kids. Scott is a teenager from Moorhead that was diagnosed with cancer. Now, Scott's wish was to give back to the community that helped give him strength when he was going through treatments, his weightlifting team and his classmates. Let's listen to Scott's wish journey.
My definition of strength is peace. I mean, you can be strong in the mind and strong in the body, but it's nothing without being at peace with yourself. I was 17 going into my senior year of high school. I was, big, tough kid playing football, wrestling, weightlifting. And I knew I had something wrong. I had a whole bunch of big swelling. It was painful too in my neck. It was really visible. Finally had a lymph node removed and sent down to Mayo, and it came back with a positive test result for Hodgkin's. They treated me with chemotherapy and radiation.
Scott, during all of this, he never raised his voice. He never complained, never. He was just grateful and just did the hard work. He did the hard work.
It took just about 6 months for it to be completely done. Nothing's too scary now. Still in remission, still feeling good.
I remember Scott coming up to the weight room and telling Coach Herman that, he was granted a Make-A-Wish, and his wish was for our high school weight room to be massively improved.
The big thing that surprised me is that he didn't want anything for himself. He was looking to pay it forward and to get equipment for everybody else. It took a minute for me to get my jaw off the floor.
On behalf of Make-A-Wish Minnesota, with help from Powerlift and the Moorhead School District, Nicole, Rachel, and I from Make-A-Wish are happy to announce that your weight room wish is being granted.
So basically what we're doing here for you is we are totally decking out the entire weight room with brand new equipment.
When I came into the weight room and I saw it all, I didn't know what to do. I was completely shocked. Don't have words to describe my gratitude, because it was something special.
The weights have been a huge, huge impact on our team.
A big example is our football team just won a state championship this year.
We're playing teams and we walk out and we just feel massive. It was awesome.
So this is larger than just the room itself in terms of what was given. It's a perfect example of that community spirit that Scott has.
The selflessness that Scotty has shown through this whole process and just the strength that he embodies will definitely always have an impact on me and how I deal with every situation that I encounter in the future.
It's what felt right. There's nothing really more to it. I just thought that this would be the best way to do it.
Aren't you just blown away by Scott? It's such a generous and a thoughtful wish to give back to the community that gave him so much. And now to share more about how you can give tonight, I would like to introduce Rebecca Crooks-Stratton, a member of the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community, our community sponsor, to say a few words.
Good evening. I'm Secretary-Treasurer Rebecca Crooks-Stratton. Make-A-Wish Minnesota has been our partner for the last several years, and we continue to be amazed by the hope, strength, and joy wishes bring to local kids. This partnership is particularly meaningful because the mission of Make-A-Wish aligns with the values of our community. A strong tradition of helping others has defined the Dakota people for generations. We understand and support the gift a wish gives to children and families facing critical illness and hope to inspire others to join us in these efforts. That is why tonight I am honored to announce that the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community is sponsoring the Fund a Need portion of tonight's program. Make-A-Wish has received a pledge to match all contributions made from this portion of the evening and on up to $50,000. That means every dollar raised starting at this moment will be doubled. Help us to go above and beyond for our kids by showing support for their healing and celebrating their strength. Thank you for giving generously tonight.
What an awesome gift. Thank you, Rebecca. And to tell you more about how to make the most of your gifts tonight, please help me welcome Glenn Flatabow from Flatabow Advancement. And Glenn, thank you so much for being here tonight.
It's good to see you, Lauren. Lauren, number one, thank you for emceeing tonight. Thank you for being with us this evening. In a few minutes, you're going to come back and you and I are going to have some fun with our auction this evening. But I do want to say to everybody at home, number one, I have been grateful to be your auctioneer over so many years. And I have spent a lot of time thinking about tonight. Right now, across Minnesota tonight, there are 400 kids that are waiting for a wish. Just think of that. There's 400 kids. My friends, together as a community, we are going to rally right now and make a difference for these kids. And our goal tonight together is to see if we can raise $200,000 or perhaps get to $255,000 together. We can do this as a community. And Lauren, by the way, I just looked at the meter. We're already at $151,500 right before I stepped on the stage. So we have less than $50,000 left to go to get to our first goal. But I'm so excited to announce tonight, and this is a big, big deal. Literally, we just found out about both of these pieces in the last week. We have two families tonight that have combined their resources, and they're doing a $75,000 match. So every gift will be matched dollar for dollar up to $75,000. One of the families that's giving $50,000 tonight, they're an anonymous donor. But I want to share a little bit more about them. They are longtime generous supporters. Over the years, they've taken the time to get to know Wish Kids and their stories and have chosen to give back in so many ways. They're giving us $50,000. The second gift tonight of $25,000 equal to $75,000 is from Jim and Jeannie Sheehan. They are longtime supporters. You saw Jim's video at the very beginning. Jim and Jeannie truly have a heart for our mission. They have a soft spot for families going through challenging times and know that a wish brings hope to kids and their entire family. They've not only supported us financially, they've hosted trainings for our volunteers in the Austin area. They've directly helped with their wishes as well. We are so grateful for their support tonight in both of these families. So again, every gift will be matched dollar for dollar up to $75,000. We can make it to $200,000. We can do this as a community. And so many people, when you're looking at your screen right now on the right side of your screen, you're going to see all of these names of people that have pledged. Listen to this. We have a $10,000 gift from David and Kathleen McLennan. David and Kathleen, thank you for your support tonight. That is $10,000 from the McLennans. We have $10,000 from longtime supporters. They're great people, Guy and Patsy Mingo. Guy and Patsy, thank you for your support, all that you've done. We have a $5,000 gift tonight from Brian and Chandra Castro. They're giving us $5,000. We also have another $5,000 gift tonight from Lisa Valenci and Brian Tilzer. Lisa and Brian, thank you for your support. We have a $5,000 gift from the Lanson Davis family. Thank you to that family for their $5,000. That is 3 at $5,000. And look at all these $2,500 gifts that are coming in. We have a $2,500 gift from Jillian and Dave Klein. Jillian's a Make-A-Wish Minnesota board member. Another $2,500 gift from Derek and Deanna Nickel. Derek is a Make-A-Wish board member as well. A third $2,500. The list keeps growing. Kay and Tim Full. Thank you to the Fulls. They're a Wish family. They're giving us $2,500 tonight. But it's important when I say this, whether you give $50,000 or $20,000 or $5,000 or $2, every single gift matters. Every gift is making us a difference. Every gift is getting us closer to the goal. Tonight, we have a participation goal to have the highest number of donors ever participate. And we have a surprise gift. And Maya, I want to tell you this. I did share this with you privately, but I'm going to say this publicly. I have 2 little girls at home right now. They are 6 and 8. They are watching right now, and they were so moved that they are making a gift in this moment because anyone who pledges in the $250 to $500 level, so if you make a gift at any level between $250 and $500, Make-A-Wish is going to mail a surprise gift to your home. So 2 little girls in South Minneapolis right now are super excited about about this. My friends, let's rally together. Let's see if we can reach our goal of reaching 200,000 or perhaps even getting to 255,000. You can take a moment right now and click the donate button. It looks like a little present on the side of your viewing screen. Take a moment right now. There's 400 wishes that are waiting, 400. The cost of one wish on average is $10,000. If we make it to these goals, 20 to 25 kids will realize a wish. Right now, wishes need stars like you. My friends, we can do this together. Lauren, I want you to come join me. In a few moments, you and I are gonna have a blast. We're gonna social distance though right now. We're gonna use the podium to social distance.
Yep, podium's gonna stay right there, but I am excited to be back up here with you. I am so floored by how generous people are tonight. These gifts are incredible.
They are incredible. We are making headway, absolutely making headway, inching closer to the goal. We also have some amazing auction items. Now you can bid on these items until 9 p.m. tonight. Matter of fact, we've had robust bidding. The Costa Rica trip is up to $16,000, but we're gonna preview those in just a few moments.
We're gonna tell you about those in just a minute. They're really good. But first, I mean, the reason we're all here is to grant wishes for kids. And so let's hear from another one of those amazing wish kids. I want to introduce you to Joy. She's a little girl from Blaine, and she was diagnosed with cancer. Now, that family was originally planning a trip to Disney, but like so many things this year, that had to be scrapped because of COVID. So instead, they got a play set, and that play set has provided so much enjoyment for that family all summer long and all year long. Let's hear about Joy's journey.
Joy is not about how much money you have. No matter what happens, no matter what you're going through, just find a way to be positive. We're a family of 6, myself and my husband Horatio. And then we have the 4 girls, Destalyn, who is 12, Isabella, who's 11, Hannah is 2, and Joy, who's 4 years old.
No, right away I started crying because I just couldn't believe it because it was just, it's just something you just don't want to happen to a kid.
They treated it with chemotherapy.
And the funny thing about it is going through the whole thing, she was just smiling. Say hi, hello, say hi. She was laughing. And at one point she looked at me and she said, "Oh, Dad, don't worry."
I'm like, what if the world never opens again and Joy can never go to the park? So on Joy's wish day, we actually kept it a surprise to her. She knew she was gonna get a swing set, but she didn't know when.
She was amazed. At first, she couldn't believe it.
It was just so exciting and exciting to see her happy.
So I have a swing, and then I have monkey bars, and then I have a slide. There's a big slide over there.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
So being able to get this chance to bring a smile to Joy's face means a lot to us. When families are going through this, all we have is pain and sorrow going on. And when Make-A-Wish kind of kicks in, you get to experience a little bit of joy that you've kind of missed for a while because you're so focused on your kid.
I don't think for as long as Joy is alive and happy, I don't think she's ever gonna forget Make-A-Wish.
Oh my goodness, did Joy's parents give her the right name or what? Just her face and that smile, it is pure joy. She's inspiring, her family is so brave, and that is why we're here tonight. We're gonna raise money for more kids like Joy, and to do that, we have Glenn here to talk about some amazing, incredible auction items. Glenn, these are some of the best auction items I have seen. There's some great stuff in here.
Remarkable items, but listen to this update, Lauren. This is a big deal. We are now at over $215,000 towards our goal, our stretch goal of getting to $255,000. And literally, Lauren and I are in a studio in Eagan right now, and we are just super thankful for everything that you're doing, for all of your support. I really believe that we can hit the stretch goal of $255,000. We're going to have fun in the next few minutes. We're going to promote these auction items. Listen to item number 1. This is a food building tour and tasting for 10 to 12 people with Kieran Folliard. Kieran, of course, is of Irish fame. Everybody loves the guy. He is one of the founders of the food building. He's put together this package of food, drinks, storytelling. It's for 10 to 12 people. You can negotiate when you do it. It includes a private tour of the facility, curated food tasting, and whiskey tasting. So the price went way up because there's a lot of whiskey. Ireland's finest spirits are involved. Thank you to Kieran for this donation. The value is a $3,000 value. By the way, this is a good buy right now. The current bid's $1,250. This is a super fun item. He has a great personality. It would be a blast.
Yeah, that's a steal right now. So get in and start bidding on that. How much fun to bring all of your friends to something like that and taste some of Ireland's finest spirits. All right, so one of the things that I have missed so much over the last year is traveling. I can't wait to get on a plane. And we have so many trips for people to take. First of all, Vail. I mean, you've been to Vail before. It is stunning.
My family and I were just there 2 weeks ago. And matter of fact, Vail is one of the strongest trips that I sell in Minnesota at any of these charity events. People love Colorado. They love going to Vail. This is a big deal. It's a 4-night stay for 4 guests at the Lodge, which is actually in the heart of the old town Vail. Airfare is not included, but you're getting a 2-day mountain guided tour, 4 lift passes, rental vouchers for ski and snowboarding. You're also getting mountain money for a delicious meal. You have an entire year to use this, so you can use this between now and any time next April 30th of 2022. Nature Valley, we have so much corporate support tonight. They've done such a great job. Nature Valley gave us this trip. The value is $7,420. The current bid is, I believe, around $4,500. This is a great opportunity. I love Vail.
It is a stunning place. If you are a skier or a snowboarder, think about what an amazing trip that would be for your family next year. And if you're not, it's actually really gorgeous in the fall too. So a lot of ways you can use it. But if you are less about the snow, you're more about the sand, Sun Country Airlines has come up with a really great trip to Cancun. Now, of course, we love Sun Country. They are an incredible partner to Make-A-Wish every single year. And this year for the Wish Ball, they are donating a huge stay at Majestic Elegance Costa Mujeres Resort. Now, this is a 570-room resort. It's sophisticated, it's luxurious, gorgeous landscaping. Here's an awesome thing about this. It is all inclusive. So this is a great deal because your airfare is included, meals, drinks are included. This is 7 nights for 2 people, and it's good until April 1st, 2022. So on this night, you know, where it's kind of cold and snowy even maybe in some parts of the state in April, think about hitting the beach. This is a great trip.
Again, a huge thank you to Sun Country for everything that you've done. I love this trip. As Lauren just said, it's 7 days. You have an entire year to use it. The current bid is $3,250. That is a great buy on that trip. Usually it would sell for $4,000 to $5,000, so there's tons of opportunity. By the way, again, a highlight, all of these auction items you can bid until 9 p.m. tonight. So every time you bid, you're making a huge difference. They're awesome items. I love the warm weather destinations. I am ready for Mexico myself. Tell us about the next package that we have.
So many people this year have decided, you know what, maybe I don't like everything about my home. I want to do a little remodeling. This is a great thing for you. Warner Stellian has been another great partner, and they do so much in this community. They are offering a $5,000 shopping spree. You can get some really nice appliances for that $5,000, Glenn.
Well, and I do want to give a shout out to the family that owns Warner Stellian. They are super generous people in the community. They have supported so many nonprofits. Matter of fact, when my wife and I built our house in South Minneapolis, we bought all of our appliances there. I am so appreciative for what they've done. They have great service. I think the current bid is $5,000. That's awesome. So we have a $5,000 bid for the gift certificate. It's a great place. Thank you to the family. Here's our next item. This is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. This is a big one. It is my favorite place on earth. Costa Rica. I have been there. It is gorgeous. And this is an especially wonderful way to go to Costa Rica. There's a beachfront villa at the Four Seasons. So you know it's going to be nice. 4 bedrooms, 5 baths. Now there's no airfare included in this. but that's okay. It's still, look at that setting. You can see the pictures. You can use it in summer 2022 between July and August. Now, our donors for this one, they're so generous. Doctors Liz and Owen O'Neill. And again, if you have not been to Costa Rica, you have to go. You step out on your balcony in the morning. You look at this gorgeous scenery. You can hear the monkeys swinging in the trees around you. Fantastic trip for adventurers.
So Lauren doesn't know this, but I just added a Zoom with Lauren that she's going to give you all the highlights of Costa Rica before you go on the trip. So that's included, Lauren. Is that okay?
Oh, I would be happy to. I will talk your ear off about it. And, you know, since it's 7 bedrooms, you could totally bring me if you wanted.
Now, a couple things about the Costa Rica trip. Here's what's important. Again, a huge thank you to the O'Neills. They're a Minnesota couple that owns the place. They gave it to us because not only are they friends with Maya, our executive director, but they love Make-A-Wish. As a matter of fact, they told Maya that we want to make a difference. We want to support Make-A-Wish. So oftentimes, who donates the trip is a big part of the interest. Matter of fact, Lauren, I will tell you there's been absolutely robust bidding in the last 45 minutes on this. The current bid is $16,000. So listen to this. If you go to $20,000 on that, then you will fund 2 wishes for children. Have a blast in Costa Rica. The next item is a very unique item. I think we have a guitar coming up.
Super special. I'm coming to get it. All right. Take a look at this. Now, I know we have Swifties out there watching. This is a guitar. Taylor Swift played it. She signed it. I mean, this is a really special one, Glenn, if you can take a look at it. I mean, she gave us 2 great albums this year in 2020, which I think helped a lot of people get through the year. So if you have a big fan in your life, how do you go wrong with this?
So here's another surprise. When we hit $255,000 in the funded need tonight, you're going to hear Lauren live at the end of the show singing Taylor Swift. I just added that. The current bid is $4,500 on the guitar. The one thing I do want to say about this guitar, I was thinking about this morning. Not only is it super cool, and it's a big deal that we have a Taylor Swift signed guitar, you will never forget tonight when you buy this guitar. You will never forget Make-A-Wish 2021, a virtual event during COVID, and that guitar will likely make the difference in some child's life. I mean, just think of that. If you spend $10,000 or $5,000 or the current bid of $4,500, it's an awesome item. Thank you to the donor for giving it to us. Remarkable. It's a great item.
It is a remarkable item, and I'm going to bring this back so I don't ruin it after Taylor signed it for us. She has a lot of good for kids, too, so I know someone will really, really love that.
Now, this next item, matter of fact, I know you have a little bit of personal experience with this next item. It's also a gift that was brought to us from Sun Country. It's a big deal. It's basically 2 items in one, a flight simulator and the VIP flight to the North Pole. Tell us about item number 6.
Glenn, you cannot top this gift because, so first of all, you have the flight simulator experience. Now, that is experiencing the thrill of flying a commercial jet airliner. I mean, you are going to be at the controls of a full motion simulator. It is an immersive wraparound visual display. You are going to feel like you're a pilot up in the air, which is really cool. It also includes a full hour of training and 2 hours of simulated flight time. So a few of the fine print here, it's for 2 guests. You have to be 18 or older. And it does, like I said, include that flight simulator and training and a tour experience. But the second part of the gift is really, you cannot buy this. Glenn, have you ever been to the North Pole?
I have never been to the North Pole. I've never sold a trip to the North Pole. I've never had anyone invite me to the North Pole. No.
Well, Glenn, I got one on you here because I have been to the North Pole with Make-A-Wish. It is the most amazing experience. The Flight to the North Pole event. It is typically reserved just for Wish families. And the attendance for this year is going to be December 2021 or 2022, depending on COVID restrictions. But what happens here, it's a fun event. Kids ages 2 to 10. You go to MSP, you board a flight, and it takes you right to the North Pole to see Santa Claus. And Glenn, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I was so honored to go, and you're sharing the plane with all of these kids. They're in their jammies. They're so excited to see Santa. I was crying for half of the trip because it was so moving. So this is something that if you have these kids in your heart, I mean, this is a really incredible thing to bid on.
Well, and I can honestly say this truly is a priceless item. There is no value that you can put on it with the experience of a lifetime, really what it'll mean for a child. The other thing I will say, I have had a chance a few times in my career to sell a flight simulator experience. That is a very difficult item to get. It's super hard to get. The value on that just alone is usually sells for between $5,000 to $7,000. I think the current bid on this entire package is $2,250. So it's a super good buy. It's well worth over $5,000. It's a great opportunity. And listen to this, Lauren. We are now over $220,000 in our funded need. I believe that we can hit the stretch goal of $255,000, so we are making a difference.
And you know, we do have to point out that last wish was from Sun Country Airlines. We brought them up a few times. They are just an incredible sponsor. So thank you to Sun Country for that. And thank you to you guys. We are crushing these goals tonight. I think we're going to get to 255.
That's right. And I believe we have one additional item. When y'all have you hit the highlights of our, we have maybe one or two last items.
This is, I believe, the last item here because it is for the sports fan in your life. Who doesn't love the Miracle on Ice? It's probably one of the greatest moments in U.S. sports history, the 1980 Lake Placid Olympic gold hockey team. Now, this is a framed jersey with authentic signatures from 19 of the original 22 players. So if you have a hockey fan in your life or just anyone who sat there and watched those games, I mean, this is a priceless item.
It's a remarkable item. Again, 19 of the original 22 players signed the jersey. The current bid is $1,750. It's a great opportunity. Again, thank you everyone for bidding, for pledging tonight. Just a couple final things I'd like to say personally. Number one, I've loved being your auctioneer. Matter of fact, I have a personal Make-A-Wish story, a family that grew up right next to the family that I grew up on, the farm that I grew up on in West Central Minnesota. Their daughter received a wish. They are so thankful. I am so thankful for everything that you've done. I do want to say, though, a huge round of applause to the Minnesota Make-A-Wish staff, Maya, Alicia, the entire staff, the board, for all that you've done to gather the support, the energy. And finally, Lauren, I want to thank you. You have a heart for this. You love this organization. We have had a great night. I really believe that we're going to hit or make it super close to hitting $255,000. We're at just about $222,000 right now.
So close. And Glenn, thanks to you because you have just always been so good to Make-A-Wish, and it's clear how much the mission means to you. So thank you.
And keep bidding and keep pledging. You can bid till 9 p.m.
Absolutely. Glenn, thank you. And again, you know, maybe there was an item that you really loved and you got outbid. Here's the thing, you can still give. You don't need to bid to give. Just go ahead and click that button on your screen that looks like a gift. And that way you can help support kids and make their wishes come true. And again, just to echo Glenn, this Make-A-Wish staff this year has done incredible work. COVID changed the game on a lot of these wishes, but they have just changed their patterns, changed the way they do things, and they have managed to make so many wishes come true in such incredibly difficult circumstances. So really, this is a tribute to them too. Well, it's certainly been a night to remember, and so I want to thank each of you for tuning in and making tonight such a success. And to tell us just how big of a success it was, let's welcome back to the stage Maya Hogberg.
Hello, everyone. It has been an exciting night for those of you tuning in and for Wish Kids across Minnesota. Are you ready to hear how much we've raised for Wish Kids? Can I get a drum roll, please? Yes. Tonight, we have raised $737,365. Wow, this is just fantastic. Thank you so much. For all of you and your support of Minnesota Wish Kids tonight, you can help grant even more wishes for kids by continuing to bid on some of the premier items Glenn talked about and all the other amazing items in the auction. The auction will remain open until 9 p.m. Before you go, please mark your calendars for Wish Ball 2022. We will be live from Mystic Lake on April 23rd. Please join me in virtual applause for next year's chairs, Jim and Jeannie Sheehan. We simply could not do what we do every day without your support. Together, we create life-changing wishes for kids with critical illnesses, providing them with hope, with strength, and with joy. Thank you, and remember, wishes need stars like you. Good night.